Would be nice with some candy. Stay away from the candy, KH. It's not good for you. Shut up, fool! KH, have some candy. Yeah, have some good Christmas candy. What to do? I mean, it would be nice with some Christmas candy. Wonder if we have anything left from our last episode. Candy. Oh, yes! We have some, it's foam Santa. Oh well. This candy is too strange, man. I need a drink. Christmas brewski. This brewski's old. Oh, you're here. Well, welcome, and as we say in Norwegian, god jul, which means, actually nobody knows what it means. But sit down, we're gonna do another episode of the Shakakapow Christmas. Yeah. So, KH, what are we doing in today's episode? I don't know. I thought you were gonna take care of the planning of today's episode. Do you know what we're doing? Yeah. Okay. I got it. So, in our last episode, Santa brought us a present. We got this really cool action figure. It's not a toy. It's not a toy. It says on the box it's not a toy. So we got this action figure of Spawn and his throne. Really cool. I'll show it to you again. Shakakapow, baggity bow bow. Okay, so I'll leave Spawn here for now. Sit down, dude. Relax. Okay. And therefore, I thought maybe we could take a look at some more Spawn stuff. Now, who and what is Spawn, I hear you say? Well, I'll tell you. You see, when I was just a little young laddie back in 1996, we were on our way to some summer holiday, and I think I bought this in this kiosk at the airport. Might have been in the store before we left, but I remember buying this comic book here on the day we were traveling somewhere. So this was Spawn, number 1, 1996. This is the exact comic book I bought back then. And it says Nytt Blad, which is like new magazine. And I was totally blown away, both by the crazy cool, awesome, badass illustrations, and just by how dark and brutal and violent this comic book was. It was everything a 14-year-old KH wanted. You had this monster guy ripping people's hearts out. And so the story of Spawn is you have this anti-hero mercenary guy. And, maybe it was here? I don't know, I'll just leave it somewhere. But where? Somewhere. Okay, just stay there. So you have this guy, Al Simmons. He was a mercenary. He gets killed. And then kinda, not against his will, but he gets tricked into doing this deal with the devil, Malbolgia. And the devil brings him back and gives him like really cool superhero powers. But now he's like a soldier of hell, like a hell spawn. And he doesn't want to play this game. He gets dragged into a war between heaven and hell. And he's trying to figure out some way to, I guess, break the deal or find his way in this new weird superhero existence. And and lots of stuff happens. So, yeah, Spawn, 1996, really cool, awesome comic book. And that's not what we're going to talk about today. I never finished the main story back then. I mean to do it one day. So, finally, for today's episode, we are going to talk about King Spawn. Now, King Spawn is a relatively new comic book. I don't remember if the issues were released in 2021 or if the whole thing is from 2022. This was released in 2022. And so this is after the main story. Let's start with the obvious, usual stuff. So this is King Spawn, published by Image Comics, of course. And on the story we have Sean Lewis and Todd McFarlane. It's kind of cool that Todd McFarlane is back. And on the illustrations we have Javi Fernandez, probably short for Javier, I imagine. There are some other illustrators here as well, because towards the end of this volume you have some short stories with some other characters, and that is really cool. I'll talk more about that later. So, okay. Now again, I read this without having finished the old original run of Spawn, so there were some spoilers and some things I had no idea, like, oh, so that happened. I'm going to try not to spoil too much for you guys. There will be some mild spoilers, probably, because it's very difficult to talk about this one without revealing anything. So the story takes place after the main series, and yeah, here you have some spoilers. So if you don't want spoilers, just go and buy this now. I totally recommend it. It's totally awesome. Okay. So Spawn takes over Hell. He's kind of like the ruler of Hell, and he's teamed up with some other Spawns and some other. They have like a team. It's him and Jessica Priest, like she Spawn, and we also meet Terry Fitzgerald and some other characters. We have Medieval Spawn, who I thought always was really cool. I always liked Medieval Spawn. And yeah, so the story starts with this act of terror. There's this teacher who blows up a school, and then it starts like a detective story. You have a detective trying to solve the case, and she's got a relation like almost like James Gordon and Batman with Spawn. So she and Spawn, they're kind of trying to solve this murder terror thing together. And a little by a little, Spawn starts to realize that these acts are kind of... Oh yeah, we have multiple terror things going on suddenly, and Spawn is concluding that it's all connected, and it's all connected to him somehow. So as the story progresses, we start to realize that there are some people maybe from his past, and this is kind of connected to Spawn's past. Yeah, and they're trying to figure out the murders and who's behind everything. Now that's just like the very short overview of the story. What else can I say about this? You get to meet a lot of old familiar faces, and it was very well written. I was sucked in from the start to the finish. I read it in just, I don't think I took any breaks while reading this, and I wanted more as soon as I finished this. So I would totally recommend it. The illustrations are amazing, and the whole thing is very dark and very grounded. It's a bit more, it's got a bit more of a realistic feel to it than the old Spawn stuff. And I mean, for me, that was just perfect. And you have a lot of cool Easter eggs and stuff that you will recognize if you read the old comic books. And if you haven't read them, I mean, you'll have some spoilers, but it's still. Can you start on this one? I think you can. I mean, you can, and then it'll probably be it'll be interesting to go back and check the old stuff afterwards. So yeah, King Spawn, totally worth a read. And something else that they do here, as I said, you have these short stories towards the end of the comic book, and there we also get to meet some other characters. We're past spoilers, so you get to meet, for example, Haunt, and yeah, so what they're trying to do, what McFarlane I think is trying to do, is to build like a Spawn universe. Yeah, that's what this kind of feels like, and I was totally okay with that. I think that is a great idea. So yeah, having said that, there are two other comic books that I've come across so far that continue or like are connected to this. So the stories are kind of connected. We have another character called Gunslinger Spawn, and he is totally awesome. I'm gonna do a review on this one later. And of all of these three, I mean, King Spawn was very cool because it was nice to read more Spawn, but I really, really loved Gunslinger Spawn, and I look forward to see how this continues. So you have Gunslinger Spawn, and you have this comic book right here, Scorched, and this is like this continues the aspect of the team up between the different Spawns. It's like Spawn Avengers. This was really cool too, and in a time where I kind of keep on getting disappointed and feel let down by every Marvel comic book I read, almost, this was very fresh and this was very nice. Okay, so we're probably gonna do a review on both of these throughout December, so stay tuned and go and check out King Spawn. Cool. Okay, I think it's about time for you bad boys to fight. Yeah, there was a comic book where Batman and Spawn fought. I can do this later. So, thanks for stopping by, guys, and check out all the stuff we're going to do in December. Stick around, and eat lots of candy. No, don't eat lots of candy. Eat lots of candy. Okay, see you guys next time. Take care. I'm Batman. I can do a sidekick. What? Yopsha Shirogi. Yeah, he can actually do a proper sidekick. How cool is that?